Hello, this is Dr. Grande. Today's question is, can I talk about the Hilaria Baldwin controversy? Just a reminder, I'm not diagnosing anybody in this video, only speculating about what could be happening in a situation like this. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, subscribe to my channel, and consider supporting me on Patreon. I'll put the link to Patreon in the description for this video. So first I'll start with the background of Hilaria Baldwin. I'll move to some of the details of this controversy, and then offer my analysis. Hilaria Baldwin was born Hilary Hayward Thomas on January 6, 1984 in Boston, Massachusetts. Her mother was a physician and her father a lawyer. Baldwin went to high school in Weston, Massachusetts and graduated in 2002. She would later attend New York University. After graduation, she opened a yoga studio in Lower Manhattan, New York City. At some point around 2011, Baldwin started dating the actor Alec Baldwin. They would marry in June of 2012, and they had 5 children between 2013 and 2020. In 2016, she published a book that, among other items, contained information about yoga and recipes. In 2018, she started a podcast featuring topics related to motherhood. In December of 2020, we see a tweet that was posted suggesting that Baldwin was impersonating a Spanish person. This led to a number of people searching through various sources and finding some irregularities in Baldwin's behavior. Here are a few of the items that raised concern. Baldwin's official bio on her agency's speaker site indicated she was born in Spain. A 2018 magazine profile described her as born in Spain and speaking Spanish as her native language. During an interview, she implied that she moved from Spain to attend NYU when she was 19 years old. In that same interview, she claimed that she knew no pop culture. Her timeline seems to fall apart here. She was born in 1984, or so she claims. She graduated from high school in Massachusetts in 2002 at age 18 and moved from Spain to New York when she was 19. I mean, yes, she could have left Massachusetts and gone to Spain and been there for about a year before returning to the U.S., but it seems unusual to refer to that as moving from Spain to New York. But I guess what she said was technically accurate. During an appearance on a television show, it appeared as though she was trying to cook something. She was looking at cucumbers and indicated she didn't know what they were called in English. She said, "How do you say in English, cucumbers?" She claimed that people have misidentified her as the nanny to her blonde-haired, blue-eyed children because she speaks to them in Spanish. Over the years, her Spanish accent seems to have been inconsistent. To address this scandal, Baldwin posted a video in which she shared a few items. She admitted that she was born in Boston, Massachusetts. She said when she was young, she went back and forth to Spain. Much of her family lived over there. She has often mixed Spanish and English, and she feels insecure about that. Her name is Hilary, but in Spain, people call her Hilaria. She invited people to refer to her by either name. She wrapped up by saying she's lucky to have 2 cultures, and she is a white girl. Hilaria Baldwin released another video in an effort to dig a deeper hole. She was successful. She claimed to be confused as to why this has turned into such a thing. She suggested that the media reports misleading and false information about her. This situation bothers her because my thing is about being authentic. I have always said what is true. My thought here would be that being authentic isn't for everybody. Maybe she should try doing something she's better at. She said she can't be labeled as American or Spanish. She's both. She will not apologize for speaking 2 languages, living in 2 countries, or for using 2 versions of her name. People are attacking her because they are bored and at home. Unable to resist the opportunity to make things worse, Alec Baldwin also released a video. His video is over 8 minutes long. In it, he never actually mentions his wife's name, and he essentially only makes 3 statements. Facebook and Twitter are bad. TMZ is a sewage treatment plant. I found this unusual because sewage treatment is a necessary function of society. I get the feeling that Alec Baldwin really doesn't know anything about modern sanitation. In his last item, he urged viewers to consider the source, ostensibly referring to statements made about this controversy with Hilaria Baldwin. Wouldn't the source of information be Hilaria Baldwin? I realize what he's trying to say here, but this could be interpreted as, look, the source of information is my wife, and you can't take what she says too seriously. Getting Alec Baldwin to defend you is like learning how to encourage and inspire a workforce from Tom Cruise. So what could be going on in a situation like this? From the information available, it seems as though Hilaria Baldwin was careful not to explicitly say, like in an interview, that she was born in Spain, but she did imply it, and it appeared in other places, like that website and magazine I mentioned. Her use of a Spanish accent and other behavior point to a person who really wanted people to believe that she was from Spain. This leaves a few possibilities. It could be that Baldwin is telling the truth. She becomes confused between English and Spanish. She has insecurity. She doesn't want to have a clear identity as being from the United States or Spain. Therefore, she identifies as both. It could be that she wants to appear exotic. The truth of being born in the U.S. just isn't good enough. It isn't interesting enough for her. She wanted to obtain another identity. Spanish culture seemed to be convenient because she traveled to Spain a few times and because her family lived over there. She felt entitled to take that culture as her own. Baldwin was not popular or famous in any way before she started dating Alec Baldwin. She does not have any talent of which I am aware. Not only is Alec Baldwin a famous actor, but he's 26 years older. He has a lot of life experience. He has accumulated substantial wealth. In light of the disparity between their two levels of notability, perhaps Hilaria Baldwin felt the need to do something or take something that could make her feel special, make her worthy of the attention she was now getting. It's kind of like when people buy a car with stripes and they think that they should drive faster. There's no logical reason to believe that painting stripes in a car will make it drive faster, but speeding seems to match the aesthetic. Being ordinary was not good enough for someone who is now in the spotlight. I think that Baldwin's reaction is as important as the actual details of the scandal. From time to time, everybody has inadvertent opportunities to appear wealthier, more educated, or have a higher status. For example, if a person is showing their coworker a vacation photo where they are standing in front of a mansion, the coworker might say, "Is that your house?" The normal response would be something like, "No," or "I wish it was, but no." But Baldwin's reaction, based on what she's doing here with this Spanish culture issue, might be something like, "Who are you to judge me? A person can live in more than one house. A person can believe they own a house even when they actually don't. I once visited that house, so now it really should be mine." It seems a bit defensive given the circumstances. I think the problem for Baldwin is that through her implications, she has already dug herself into a hole. She really only had two choices: say nothing or accept responsibility. She chose neither, though. Instead, she became defensive and is trying to make her critics seem petty and nonsensical. Even though this whole situation seems bad for Baldwin, this is actually one of the best things that could have happened to her. Now she truly does have a unique identity that can rival a Hollywood actor. Not one based on ability, but one based on lack of insight and poor reasoning skills. Or as I call it, 2/3 the way to being a Hollywood actor. Now she just needs to develop some acting talent, and she'll be in good shape. Those are my thoughts on the Hilaria Baldwin controversy. Please put any opinions and thoughts in the comment section. They always generate an interesting dialogue. As always, I hope you found my analysis on this topic to be interesting. Thanks for watching.